Hello and welcome. Dave Brito, Proctor Gallagher Consultant. Today I want to discuss the terror barrier. When you start to set your C-type goals or, move into action in your C-type goals, something that you've never done before, you may run into what we call is the terror barrier right there. Now there's three phases before you reach that terror barrier. There's bondage, reason, and conflict. So bondage, right here, you have the power flowing into your conscious mind, which is X-type thoughts. And then those X-type thoughts are internalized in your subconscious mind or your conditioning. That's part of your conditioning that's in the subconscious mind, or your paradigms is in your subconscious mind, and it's in the physical form, and which gives you X-type results. Most likely results that you do not want. So the second step is reason. You start to get an idea of this why idea, or you just start to get this why idea in the conscious mind. Nothing happens though. You don't move into action. You don't feel anything, and you get the same results because all it is on a conscious level. It's not in the subconscious mind. It's not in any type of emotion. It's not internalized. And then the third step is conflict right here. So this is what happens when you internalize that why idea and bring it down to the subconscious mind, your emotional mind, and that puts your physical body into an XY vibration. And that vibration is not a comfortable vibration. You don't know whether you break through that terror barrier, or you can go back into where it's comfortable. Most people, because they don't have an understanding what's going on, they'll go back into their comfort zone. So what happens is, when they're in this conflict, they bounce right off this terror barrier right here and right back into bondage. Boom. And they keep on getting the same results year in and year out. So the only way to break through this terror barrier into freedom is to get understanding. But first, let's discuss, what's kind of happening when you start to reach that conflict. You have worry and doubt. Worry and doubt is on the conscious level. And then on the subconscious level, you have fear. Because that worry and doubt is internalized in your subconscious mind, and you just think about that fear. And then that fear is in a physical form. Once it gets in the physical form in your body, it causes anxiety. Anxiety is not expressed, it's suppressed. So when you start to suppress, it turns into depression. And then depression is just anger towards is turned inward. And that depression turns into dis-ease. And that dis-ease turns into disintegration. That's what we don't want. And the only way to just do the polar opposite, that's a negative vibration. That whole worry, doubt, the fear, and the anxiety. That is a negative vibration. So let's switch this over to the positive vibration, which is knowledge. And the only way to get the knowledge is through understanding and study. That's the only way to get it. So the study and the knowledge is in your subconscious mind. This is the positive aspect of it. So that's in your positive thinking. It's in your positive mind. And once that is internalized, it goes into your emotional mind. So what happens in the emotional mind is faith. You get the faith. It's like, I could do this. I can break through this. I'm going to go through it. And little by little, you can break through that terror barrier. So once you get that faith, and then it's in your physical form, and that turns into well-being. And that well-being turns into creation, and that turns into you, bingo, right here, breaking through that terror barrier to freedom and growth. So that is the only way to break through that terror barrier, is an understanding. You got to switch it over to the positive polarity. To freedom, you got to switch over to the positive polarity, the knowing, studying, faith, and well-being. It's either create or disintegrate. It's your choice. Thank you very much for watching, Have a great day.